There's a particular kind of silence, isn't there? The silence of the blank page, the empty canvas, the quiet instrument. It's a heavy silence, filled with the pressure of expectation. The feeling that you are supposed to create something from nothing, to pull a masterpiece out of thin air, using only the limited resources of your own mind. We call this a creative block, but it feels more like a desert, a vast and arid place where inspiration has completely vanished. We tell ourselves we just need to try harder, to be more disciplined, to force the words or the colors to appear. But this struggle often leaves us feeling more depleted, more convinced that we've simply run out, that the wellspring inside of us has finally gone dry. But what if that entire struggle, that immense pressure we place upon ourselves, is built on a fundamental misunderstanding of where creativity truly comes from? Carl Jung, a man who spent his life exploring the deep landscapes of the human soul, offered a radically different and deeply comforting perspective. He suggested that true creativity, the kind that feels like a lightning strike of genius, isn't something we manufacture with our conscious mind, our ego. Instead, it's something we receive. It's a force that comes visiting from a place far deeper and more ancient than our own individual experience. He believed that beneath our personal consciousness, our everyday thoughts and worries, lies what he called the collective unconscious. Now, that might sound like a complex term, but think of it simply. Imagine an immense underground river of human experience that flows beneath every single one of us. This river is filled with the stories, the symbols, the myths, the emotions, and the wisdom of all of humanity across all of time. It holds every archetype, every profound joy, every deep sorrow. It is a shared inner inheritance, a library of the soul that belongs to us all. This, Jung proposed, is the true source of your creative genius. It isn't a tiny personal well that can run dry. It is a vast, inexhaustible ocean. Your creativity isn't about inventing something entirely new from a vacuum. It's about learning how to lower a bucket into this deep collective river and pull something up into the light of your own unique awareness. The genius isn't in you so much as it flows through you. This simple shift in perspective can change everything. It lifts the impossible burden from our shoulders. You are not a factory that must produce on demand. You are a vessel, a channel, a shoreline waiting for the tide. Your work isn't to force the waves to come, but to make yourself a welcoming place for them to arrive. So how do we do this? How do we invite this powerful, autonomous force into our lives? The first step is to quiet the part of you that insists on being in control. The ego, our conscious sense of self, is a wonderful tool for navigating the world, for making plans and getting things done. But in the creative process, it can sometimes act like a nervous host who fusses over a guest so much that the guest feels uncomfortable and wants to leave. True creativity asks for trust. It asks us to become less of a commander and more of a quiet listener. It's found in the moments when we allow our minds to wander without a specific goal. It's in the daydream that catches us by surprise, the image that surfaces just as we're falling asleep, the sudden connection we make while washing the dishes or walking in the woods. Jung once beautifully said, "The creative mind plays with the objects it loves." Notice that word plays, not works at or stresses over. It's about a light, loving, curious engagement with the world, both inner and outer. It's about following what fascinates you, what you feel a sense of wonder about, even if it seems irrelevant or unproductive. That strange old song, that oddly shaped stone, that forgotten childhood memory, These are the threads that the deep creative instinct can weave into something extraordinary. They are invitations from the river. This also gives us a much kinder way to understand our creative blocks. When the flow seems to stop, it's not a sign that you are a failure. It's not a judgment on your worth or your talent. It's simply a sign that the connection has been temporarily lost. Perhaps the ego has become too loud, too demanding, too fearful. Perhaps the channel has become cluttered with stress, exhaustion, or self-criticism. The solution, then, isn't to hammer away at the blocked pipe. It's to step back. It's to tend to the vessel. It's to do the things that reconnect you to the quiet, mysterious parts of yourself in the world. Listen to music that stirs something deep in your soul. Read a fairy tale or a myth. Go for a walk without a destination and just notice what you notice. Sit in silence for a few minutes and simply watch your thoughts float by like clouds without grabbing onto them. Live your life. Fill your own personal well with experiences, with textures, with conversations, with stillness. In doing so, you are cleaning the channel, making it smooth and clear for when the river decides to flow again. Because it will. The collective unconscious is always there, always flowing. It is patient. It waits for us to become quiet enough to hear its currents. Your inner genius is not some hyper-productive machine. It is the sacred and ancient voice of humanity choosing to speak, for a moment, through you. Your unique life, your specific heart, and your personal experiences are the filter through which this universal water is colored. No one else can bring forth the exact same expression. What comes through you is a blend of the timelessly universal and the intimately personal, and that is a miracle. So let go of the pressure to be brilliant. Let go of the idea that you are empty. You are standing on the shore of an infinite ocean. Your only task is to be present, to be open, and to listen for the sound of the waves. What helps you get quiet enough to hear your own inner world? I would be so honored to read about the small ways you invite creativity into your life in the comments below. Thank you for spending this time together, for tending to your own beautiful inner landscape. Remember that your unique expression is needed. The world needs that unique story, that specific melody, that particular vision that only you can bring forth. May you find the beautiful stories waiting within you. Until we meet again.